can never do the scream right.
You can't do it as well as Justin.
Boy, for some reason, I'm talking very NPR-ish.
Welcome.
It's NPR. Not really. It's backstage. Back again.
Back again. Second time in 2021.
Yay, and this is it. Thanks so much for listening. No, I'm kidding.
So weird sometimes, Scott.
I know.
How are you?
I am fantastic. Been helping Robin this morning. Been driving all around town, doing good. Helping my neighbor.
Oh, that's important.
Yep. Actually, not my real neighbor, though. I mean,
Who is your neighbor?
his name is Perry.
Oh.
Nice guy. Nice guy.
We're taking the bigger approach of neighbor.
That's true.
That's right.
That's true.
Different
The
scale.
neighborhood.
Our neighbors. Anyway, Scott, I really enjoyed last week.
Did you?
I did.
I don't believe you.
Back for more.
Yeah, well, because you have to be.
I
Yeah,
chose
that's true.
to.
That's true. You don't have to. No one's forced. I'm not like coming to your office with a gun. Come to the podcast.
You will be fired if you do
Yep,
not
you are
podcast with
fired.
Scott.
Yeah, thank God I'm not in charge. Charge.
Chart.
Chard.
That makes me think there's a Parks and Rec episode. Have you seen that episode?
Yes.
The chart. He's trying to sell it. It's so stupid. Anyway, Scott,
Yes.
Ratatouille the musical. Did you go watch anything else about it?
I did.
Not into it?
No, it's the silliest, stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. But you know what? If it raises money and it helps people, good for them.
That's right.
It's just not my cup of tea.
There you go. That's all right.
Yep.
Let's talk about something good. Some good news in the Simple Church this week. We are doing something really cool that I really enjoy. We've done
What
it
are we
before.
doing?
We are making food bags for kids in our own community.
Little kitties.
We've talked about food a lot at Simple Church.
Poor little kids.
You said kitties or kids?
I meant to say kids, but I said kitties.
You did. You're a cat guy.
Yeah, I know.
But we have done series about food. We've raised money for food all
We
over the
eat a
world.
lot of food.
We like to eat food
we
for
do.
sure.
Yep.
I'm hungry right now.
I'm starving.
Absolutely.
By the way, sorry, I know we need to get into this, but I did stop by Starbucks before I got here, and I got a peanut protein bar because I was a bit peckish. And it is the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth. I took 2 bites and immediately threw it away.
And it was probably like $14.
It was disgusting. It was like eating. It had the weirdest taste of anything I've ever eaten.
Do you know the
Like,
brand?
It's the Starbucks brand, and it's supposed to have like 17 grams of like protein.
lot.
And so you expect this peanut butter taste. And the very first bite was, but then it went from peanut butter to chalk to seaweed to a flavor that I can't even describe. It was the most awful thing I have ever eaten in my life. And at Starbucks, if you are listening to this, get rid of that peanut bar. It is disgusting.
If you ever get a snack from Starbucks, you get a cake pop.
We're
Healthy
in,
eating, Jory.
I'm trying to.
too.
How much sugar's in that?
None. It's a venti soy latte with
Splenda.
Splenda.
Oh, yeah.
Boom,
Yeah.
roasted.
Boom. It's got soy. It doesn't even have real milk. Yeah.
Say something.
Thoughts.
Say something.
We were
Little
week 2 of
Greg
the weight
Walker
loss challenge as a staff.
there. And I am not losing.
Really?
No, actually, I think I've lost like, 10, 15 pounds.
That's a lot.
I'm kidding. I haven't lost that much.
Oh, how much have you lost?
Like 3 pounds.
That's good.
Yeah, yesterday, by the way, I hate you. Maybe hate is a strong word, but I really did. On behalf of the staff, we, except for very few, wanted to throat punch you for yesterday.
Why don't you talk about what we did yesterday then, Scott, before we get into food bags?
Oh my gosh. This guy says, hey, let's do a funny video at a spin class.
Sherwin Brosette, as a spin instructor, reached out through Facebook and offered to teach
Yes.
us and do a little spin class.
Yeah, and nice guy, great guy. That was awful.
If you've ever done a spin class, it is very intense.
Yeah, which once again, I mean, I get it. If I did it a lot, I would probably lose a ton of weight.
Oh, yeah.
But for
Build up the
someone
endurance.
who is out of shape and overweight, it was awful.
And we did half a class.
Yeah, I know.
We did 20 minutes.
No, if you remember correctly, I turned around and said, "You have 3 minutes, and I'm done," because I specifically asked. I'm looking directly into the camera.
Tell him.
I said, "Hey, Evan, are we doing the full class?" Evan goes, "No."
The full class is 45 minutes.
Yeah. So about 15 minutes in, I'm like, "Is this ever going to end?" because we've gotten all the shots we need, and Evan's just like, keep going. So literally, I'm watching, and it's like the 17 mark on the thing in front of me on the bike, and we're doing hill climbs and all this
He's
other
doing the real class.
junk.
He didn't pull any
Yeah,
punches.
no, and you got a little thing where you turn up, make more resistance. Which, by the way, get rid of that thing. So anyway, Evan's like, no, we're not doing the full class. So it's literally in front of me, 17 minutes, and Evan's to my left, and I turn around and I said, you have 3 minutes. Because at that 20-minute mark, I was getting off that bike. I don't care.
One way or another.
Yeah, I was done. I didn't even drive there. I would start walking back at that point.
You get to see the video if
Yes.
you've watched church. This is
Yes.
coming out after that. It'll be on
Yeah.
YouTube, so follow us on YouTube
But-
and enjoy Scott on a bike.
But also the funny thing to that, just because this is funny. So, John, after that, I had to deliver something, which is a secret, but it's going to be fun to the municipal. And he had to drop me off the office because I needed to get the box truck, and I tried to run into the office after doing that spin class.
Didn't go well.
I almost face planted because my legs were like, "What are you doing?"
Not having it. It's a good time. If you're a spin class fan, let us know.
Yeah. I mean, if you do it, great. I'm glad you do it, but it is
Not
not
for you. You're not
me.
going back again.
No, I would consider that a form of torture.
Anyways, so that is something we did this week, but we're also getting ready for food bags.
Yes,
Scott.
I just picked up a literal ton of food.
Literal.
The truck is literally leaning.
Scott, something a lot of people probably don't know is that you are kind of the person that makes Simple Church happen in the background. You are the go-to guy for getting things where they need to go. You are an essential part of that machine.
Only because nobody else wants to do
Well, I definitely don't want to. I appreciate you. But when stuff gets ordered, when we buy stuff in bulk, when there's things like Numana, you are the forklift operator. You are the picker-upper.
driver,
Yeah, you're the go-to guy.
I
So
know.
this morning, you literally picked up a ton of food.
it. Wait, I'm the Symbol Church fixer.
You call Scott when
Sounds
things
cool.
need to get
Yeah.
done.
Anyway, sorry.
No.
Yes. Yeah, no, literally, Robin put in a massive order in both Sam's, in both Shreveport and Bossier, and I picked up 2 huge loads in the box truck, literally 2 pallets of food, drinks, crackers, Pop-Tarts, which the brown sugar Pop-Tarts, which are kind of, but still, though, if you got nothing, I'll take anything.
You're buying in mass quantity.
Yeah.
You're probably
So
limited.
literally, it's like we have Pop-Tarts, crackers, what else is in there? Like I said, juice. Oh, ravioli.
Ravioli.
Huge. Literally, I've never seen this before in my life, but a pallet of ravioli. Chef Boyardee.
My kids love that stuff. I really as a kid.
Did anybody eat? Did you eat it out of a can, Jordan? Cold?
Not out of a can, but last night Tyler and I were sitting on the couch, and I said, "Man, I could kill some ravioli right now." She goes, "Ooh, let's go get some SpaghettiOs." I'm like, it's midnight. No,
Y'all are adult people.
I know.
Yeah.
My kids love SpaghettiOs. and-
I'm sorry. go
Oh,
ahead.
actually, they made them healthier now, so it makes
Really?
Mallory feel better. They have like whole wheat and natural, and it's a full serving of vegetables.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved eating ravioli. The Chef Boyardee. Cold, straight out of the can.
Oh no.
You also
Yes.
have a bad Pop Tart take. What is your favorite Pop Tart?
It's not bad.
We'll let the people decide.
My favorite Pop-Tart in the whole world, and people give me such a hard time for this, but it is wonderful, is an unfrosted blueberry donut. Blueberry donut, blueberry Pop-Tart.
With
With what?
butter on top, right?
Oh, yeah, butter. Well, I don't always put butter. It all depends. Because it's best if you heat it up. You heat it up in the microwave, take the foil off, the key point. Although it is fun to put it in there with the foil and watch it go.
Shrink.
But anyway, yeah, put it in the microwave for just a few seconds. And I do that because I don't have a toaster. But
Get your toaster.
well, I
start
can't
a-
eat Pop-Tarts right now.
We'll start a GoFundMe.
Yeah,
Get Scott a
GoFundMe.
toaster.
I want a toaster, please. But no, you put it in the microwave or the toaster, get it warm, and then you spread butter on top of it, and it'll be the best thing you've ever eaten in your life.
Let us know if you tried. I'm
Yeah,
just kidding.
please. But it is.
But you don't like the frosting. The
I do
frosting's
not like the
best part of a
frosting,
Pop-Tart.
but the unfrosted blueberry is very difficult to find. Not very popular.
Means people don't like it. So those kids are not getting unfrosted
No,
blueberry
they're
Pop-Tarts.
literally they're getting frosted blueberry, they're getting frosted strawberry, they're getting cookie and cream.
A variety.
Yes.
But the cool thing is, and why this is such a big deal, we've partnered with different schools over the years to help
Yes.
because there's a gap in providing food for kids that are free or reduced lunch that are in lower income areas, and they apply to get these snack bags because on the weekends they don't
get
necessarily have food.
Yeah, their only meal, and this is super sad. Some of these kids, and they're kids. We're talking about elementary school kids, don't eat unless they are eating at school. So literally, their meals of the week is breakfast and lunch at school, and then they don't get anything. And then over the weekend, they have nothing really.
And then another term that we like to use is food insecure. So even if they have something
food
to eat,
insecure.
it's typically non-nutritious.
Yeah,
it's
like
not
chips
that's-
or Cokes
no
or
meat or
whatever.
fruits or
Yeah.
vegetables, and
It needs
drink
your
pop.
protein.
Exactly. But really, though, for development of kids, and my wife was an educator. We've worked with school systems, and there are kids that show up that they eat that free reduced lunch, and that is the only healthy, nutritious meal they get, really, at any point.
That breaks my heart.
It's crazy, and that's in Shreveport Bossier. We're not talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
like
this is
Africa
not going-
kids
yeah.
starving on the side of the
Yeah,
road.
or this is not for Juarez. This is literally for people in our own backyard.
And for whatever reason, their families aren't able to provide it or don't choose
Yeah.
to. And so the schools are a huge turning point in their lives to help them to get the nutrition that they need. But there's no federal funding or state funding for these weekend programs. And so some schools do offer some pantries and different stuff, but we've gotten to raise money and help to partner with them to meet that need. And we're working with 3 schools. By the time you're listening to this, it's already happened. But we're stuffing, the goal I think is 1,500 bags to give to kids that will cover them the rest of the semester to go to Bossier Elementary, to go to TL Rhodes in Houghton, and to go to Benton Middle School. That will be able to provide those snack bags. And so the bags have the stuff that you picked up today.
Yes.
Volunteers will put them in the individual bags. And then on the Fridays when they leave to go home, they take that bag, they put it in their backpack discreetly, and that kid then has those things that they need to get through the weekend to come back to get another
Correct.
meal on Monday.
Yeah, in fact, Robin and Hannah are sorting through all that right now, which I told them, good luck.
That's the logistics. That's the simple
Yes.
church side. You probably don't see often a lot that
Yeah.
you're picking up the stuff and delivering it and going through, and there's
Yep.
people on staff and there's great volunteers that do all that because it doesn't just happen, right? We don't just wave our arms and you get 2 tons of food
Man, that'd
somewhere.
be nice.
It would be. I always think about Charlie Brown, right? That he just waves his arms and the Christmas tree's decorated. Like, that'd be way easier.
Yeah.
But that's really, really a cool thing. It's a big thing, and that you listening can be a part of because you can donate. So you think it's a $5 donation is what we're
Which is
asking.
not a lot.
Right. Everybody has $5. We spend $5 on some stupid stuff. That drink right there is more than $5.
Wow, it just threw me under the bus.
Oh,
right there.
that's it. The Venti Starbucks. I get it though. We treat
Yeah,
ourselves and we
no.
feel like it's good, but
Yeah, that
we
that nasty protein bar was probably $5.
threw in the trash. But you can give a $5 donation that provides 2 snack bags, and that compiling the bigger part. And this is why being a part of Simple Church, we're so thankful because people get this. You can do more together than you can alone.
Yeah, and the cool thing about it, just a cool little behind the scenes. So there is at the Bossier Sam's, the person that does the pickup, the click and pull.
Mm-hmm.
So her kid got one of our bags, and she's so thankful for us, and she's super helpful to us in particular. But because of that, because of the way that we reached out to her kid and made a difference in her life, and now she's much better off. Now she's even moved up in the company, so she doesn't have to
just needed
scrimp
that
and save. Yeah,
help
but
at that
but
point.
at that point she needed that help. So you don't even know, and that's somebody who I deal with almost on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
And without ever knowing that her kid got one of these bags.
Absolutely. And if you're listening to this and you've been at that point, you know what it is. But I think more often than not, I think about my life. I was never at that point, but I think about when I help and I get to do something and be a part of something of that. It is just such a great feeling, and you thinking this $5 did something that helped somebody else versus blowing it on something stupid again.
Right, yeah, like I can think of Jeep parts that I could buy.
Sure. And it's not to make anybody feel bad, right? It's
No.
not bad to get Jeep parts, but the problem is when we're so focused on ourselves and what we want,
Exactly.
we find these things that we think will make us happy, and instead, if we give, that is truly when we're blessed and you get to see the results
Oh
of it.
yeah, I would, and maybe I'm the exception to the rule, but I would much rather give a gift than get a gift.
Yeah. I can be selfish. I can see
Yeah.
there's times in my life that I'm like, I'd really like this.
Yeah.
But it's something that I'm always reminded and rewarded internally when we give and we get to see those things and hear those stories.
Yeah, because really when you give something, you get something in return, because you get, like going to Juarez and being a part of Operation Christmas Child, you're just being there to be there. But it's just an amazing feeling when you are watching these kids opening up these gifts, and these kids got nothing. And it's doing the same thing where you are literally helping these kids, once again, who in our own hometown, some of these homes I've been in, they don't have floors.
In Shreveport, Bossier.
Yeah, literally.
Foreign countries.
You walk up steps, and then you walk down, and no floor in the house, just dirt.
Yeah.
Pier and beam house where the floor has just rotted away.
And we insulate ourselves because it's hard to think about that all the time, right?
Yeah.
We don't want to think about how other people live. We work on our own stuff. And what I love about Simple Church and our heart is that we are going to go and be in the community and, for better or worse, take an honest look at where things are at and want to try to help. We can't fix everything. We're not going to fix everything. But this is a small thing that you can do. You can send in a $5 donation on Venmo is the primary way we like. It's super easy. You're on Venmo?
Yes.
Yes, I like Venmo. So you can send it electronically.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Close. Something like that. But Venmo, you can find us at The Simple Church. You can give online, www.thesimplechurch.tv. There's ways to donate. You can bring a check in. You can mail it in. Somebody writes checks for $5, but I don't know, maybe.
Yes, they do. I've been behind you at the grocery store, staring daggers at you.
You know who you are.
Actually, maybe I shouldn't tell this story, but I have, being selfish but also being good, there was a little old lady that was in front of me at Brookshire's in Halton, and she was trying to pay for like $6 worth of stuff with a check, and I was just being very impatient. I just paid for her food.
Well, there you go.
So it was like me being nice, but really...
Right thing, wrong motive.
Yeah. I'm like, but really it's like, look, I don't want to be here right now because I don't like shopping, and so even grocery shopping, because I'm an in and out kind of person. And so I was like, look, because she was struggling trying to find it and then trying to write. She couldn't find her driver's license because, if you write a check. So I was literally like, okay, here you go. It's $6. Have a good day.
Get out of here. Scram.
Go home.
So be like Scott. Help donate and help somebody else out.
But with a better attitude.
Maybe. That's right. And you
Because
can
we're trying to be more positive in 2021.
Absolutely. And I hope next week when we come back after the events happen, we can talk about some stories or something that's happened, because it is something to celebrate. And we are so thankful for everybody that already has given and being a part of that. And the volunteer spots unfortunately filled up. So if you want to volunteer, you're like, I never get to do anything anymore. Keep in touch. Make sure you follow what's happening on Simple Church, and we try to provide these opportunities.
Yeah, because though this may have filled up, we will always have opportunities, because we're always trying to think of new ways to give in the community, because really that's the most important thing to us as a church, is giving back to the community. Like, really, that is the most important vision of Simple Church. And what's the most important to us, regardless of everything else, is making sure that we're positive in the community and giving back in some way, shape, or form. So we will always have that opportunity.
Yes.
I was trying to cut you off.
Again, say we love God by loving people and
and
solving problems.
Solving problems.
That's what we're about.
Well, because that's what people will remember you by.
Yeah.
Like that lady at Sam's, she don't go to Simple Church, but she remembers me because Simple Church helped feed her kid.
It's a big deal.
And you're welcome, lady at Sam's, who I see once a week and can't remember your name.
We'll work on that. Let's find her name.
She has a name tag, and that's terrible.
That's all right. Names matter, Scott. I have another thing for you, Scott.
Oh, Lord.
There's funny stuff happening in the news. There's lots of not funny things happening in the news.
That's true. We're trying to be positive
We
in
are.
2021.
And I think you're going to like this one. We're both kids of the 90s.
Yes.
Yes, we grew up in the 90s. Jordan was a little bit younger, so he's a different demographic. We have Jordan and Mike, by the way.
Yes.
Jordan, enjoyed you having on last week. Glad you're here.
Yeah, y'all in trouble now.
Jordan Phillips, our producer, gets to talk, gets to hear him.
Yeah, he gets to say all three words.
All three. But I'm about to ask him a question, so Jordan, be thinking, what was one of your favorite shows as a kid growing up, Scott? What is something that was must-watch at your house?
Well, so there were a couple shows that I watched. One Paula did not approve of.
Paula, your mom.
Yes, that is my mother, or mother as she's known. I loved Pee-wee's Playhouse, man. Yep, I loved it. And then I was a big fan of Cat Dog.
Cat Dog.
But I was, by
You
that
were
time,
older.
I was in middle school.
Yeah, because I was young.
High school. Just watched cartoons my whole life. But no, Pee-wee's Playhouse was big. Of course,
Cat Cat dog.
Of course, this is not so much 90s as it's more 80s when I was young, because I was born in 83.
Yes.
So, but Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood,
There you go.
Sesame Street, the original Sesame Street with the puppets and everything. But no, there was one I just had in my mind that I used to watch all the time, and now I can't think of it.
I'll come to you.
Yeah.
I believe you.
I'm sorry.
That's right. One of my favorites was Pete and Pete. We were talking about that the other day. It was a Nickelodeon
Never heard of
show.
it.
Jordan, have you heard of Pete and Pete?
Wait, I remember mine.
No, I've never heard of people.
Salute Your Shorts.
Yes, that same era.
Yes.
That kind of weird Nickelodeon comedy.
Pete. Wait. Pete
They were
and
both
Pete.
brothers named Pete.
Yeah.
Redheaded guy.
Yeah. Because he was a bully. Because one of the characters actually was a bully in a movie.
Okay.
And I can't remember what movie that
The
was.
older brother was in Home Alone, I believe.
Something like that. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
That's okay. So Pete and Pete was one. TGIF was a big deal. So
Oh, yeah.
Boy Meets World was one of my favorites.
That was Full House, wasn't it?
It was.
Sorry.
Same time. We watched Full House. Seventh Heaven was something my family watched around that
Never
era.
watched it.
Yeah. You probably wouldn't like that one as much. No. But a show I didn't watch that I want to talk about today is Baywatch, Scott. Did you watch Baywatch?
Yes.
I think I've talked to you about this before. How do you feel about David Hasselhoff?
I love David Hasselhoff.
I thought you did.
Never hassle the Hoff.
Never Hasselhoff. Jordan, do you know what Baywatch is? Let's start
Yes,
there.
I do know.
Did
I
you
used to know the
watch
theme
the show?
song.
I don't think we ever. No, we never watched it at my house.
Yeah.
Knew what it was.
Yeah,
but-
that's right. They just did a movie. They did a remake.
Yeah, in fact, there was Baywatch, then Baywatch Nights.
Oh.
I did watch the new movie.
Did you? I've not
With
seen it.
Zac
What'd you think?
Efron
It was
and The
good.
Rock.
Yeah,
I understand it's silly.
it is silly.
Because the show itself was really not
They
self-aware.
tried to be serious, but it was so
Right.
not
a little too
serious.
silly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Well, Scott, I've got good news for you.
Yes.
As a fan of David Hasselhoff, he started an auction this week.
I know about this.
Do you? Okay,
Yes.
that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I sent you some
Because-
images. Tell me.
Because I love the movie that comes from.
SpongeBob, the movie.
Seen it. Huge fan. I am a SpongeBob fan, by the way.
I'm not. I never watched it. I was too old, I feel like. And that means you definitely...
I only watched it as an adult,
Right.
and it was fantastic.
Jordan, how do you feel about SpongeBob?
We watched SpongeBob at my house.
A lot of SpongeBob?
No longer watch SpongeBob. My
Good.
brother loves SpongeBob.
Still.
Yes.
And he's in his
I don't know about still.
early 20s. When
Yeah,
did you find out?
once again, I don't watch it now either.
But you did.
I did.
You were an adult cartoon guy. You
Yeah,
watched cartoons.
yeah. In fact, this
Go
is
ahead.
gonna sound terrible. So I was living in Houston at the time, going to school, and there was a big store down there called Fry's Electronics,
Heard of it. I remember it.
which is kind of like a massive Best Buy. And I actually went and bought SpongeBob DVDs because I didn't have cable or any way to watch. All I had was an antenna TV. And I went and bought like several of the complete sets DVDs, like seasons. And while I was checking out, the lady kind of looked at me and I was like, "Oh, it's for my nephew's birthday."
You lied.
I don't have a nephew.
And you were in college then?
Yeah, I was in college.
That's funny.
Yep.
That's a super fan. So, Scott, you've seen SpongeBob the movie. Our listeners might
Yes.
not. There is a prop from the movie that you can
There
buy.
is.
So you've seen it. I sent you pictures.
Yes.
We can put those up. Jordan's going to put some up. You can buy a 14-foot replica of David Hasselhoff from SpongeBob the movie right now. You've seen it. Jordan, have you
yes.
seen it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's huge.
So
Oh my
how much do you
gosh.
think a 14-foot, I believe it's like ceramic, like it's made of something breakable, like it's real material. It's not like a cardboard cutout. It is a massive, giant 14-foot David Hasselhoff. How much do you think he is auctioning that off for? For charity, to be fair. All the stuff on the site is for charity.
I saw the number. I can't remember, but isn't it like 100,000 or something like that?
$100,000. You
Yeah.
can have a 14-foot David Hasselhoff.
Has he gotten any bids?
0 bids on that one. But the number one highest selling thing that does have multiple bids, you can have your very own kit from Knight Rider.
Oh,
He
yeah,
has the
yeah.
original car. They gave him one. And for $375,000 right now, you can own Knight Rider.
Why is he selling that?
There's
He
still
said-
been 0 bids on the SpongeBob.
Thank you for
I
that.
can
They
see it
real
from
time
here.
left, though.
Oh my gosh,
Well,
it's
I guess
creepy.
whenever this one airs, you'll have.
Yeah, less time.
Yeah.
Today is Thursday, and
One
you
day.
have, one day left
Why
to
is
go
he
bid.
selling the kit? I didn't know he was selling the kit though.
That's the most expensive thing.
Kit, which if you don't know what Kit is, he had a show back in the 80s.
Knight
the
Rider.
Kit car, Knight
Do you know
Rider.
Knight Rider, Jordan?
Yes.
Okay,
And,
know of it. I never watched
yeah,
it.
It was it talked to him and
It was like a smart car.
In fact, do you know who the voice of Kit was?
I do not.
So, do you know Boy Meets World?
I do.
Mr. Feeney
Is the voice of
is
Kit?
the voice of Kit.
I learned something today.
There you go.
Feeney. Loved Mr. Feeney.
Yep.
A wise sage.
Yep.
There you
Yeah,
go. So
yeah.
you could own your own Kit, Scott.
No, thank you.
And something more in your price range, maybe. I also sent you a picture. You can buy autographed red swim shorts by the Hoff for $900.
There have been 5 bids on that.
There we go.
Oh my gosh.
So
Look
it
at
is
that.
a real live auction site. Again, when you're listening to this, there's only a little bit of time left. So if you want David Hasselhoff merchandise, you need to go and Google the Hoff. And I hope somebody buys the giant 14-foot.
So like I guess he just has this 14-foot thing of himself in a.
It's like in a storage unit. Yeah.
Why did he keep it?
Oh, even better,
Why
you can
wouldn't
buy
you?
Speedo from American Idol.
Hey.
Ugh,
Used Speedo.
that is gross.
Somebody for charity.
I guess he's running out of money.
Well, it's all to own charity. He's donating.
Oh,
I think he's
it's
just
all going to charity?
downsizing. Maybe he watched The Minimalist or Marie Kondo and
Finally, by the way, the soundtrack finally just hurt me for Baywatch. Hit me
Hurt you.
for Baywatch.
hurt me one more time.
I'll be there whatever you need. Sorry, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
We can pull that clip, Jordan.
Yeah,
Let's make
which
that sound effect.
and by the way, I didn't watch it for the women. I want that to be clear. Yasmin Bleeth was hot, and I definitely liked her over Pamela Anderson, but I watched it for the Hoff.
The Hoff.
I love
I
some
thought
David
you were a fan.
Hasselhoff.
That's
Yeah.
right. There you go. So that's our
Yes.
funny thing of the day, Scott. I
All
hope
right.
somebody out there goes and buys a David Hasselhoff merchandise. Let us know if you do.
Yes, please. Please let us know.
I would be very funny.
All right, there you go. Okay, y'all have it. No, I'm kidding.
So
That's all we're going to talk about. David Hasselhoff's underwear and
14-foot,
14-foot.
$100,000 David Hasselhoff.
That would be crazy. Why would you want that?
Why wouldn't you?
I would want it, like if I had a giant house, I would want it right in the entryway. It's the first thing you see is just his big smiling face.
If I walked in your house, I'd walk out.
Yeah.
Right. Somebody I heard said that it's going to be the best white elephant gift ever.
What would be, if I put it in my house, though, as soon as you walked in, the cat would be sitting right on top of his head, though.
You could actually ride on him. It is that large. It is. Somebody's on it in the picture I sent you.
Oh, I saw. He's on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Thanks for letting me come back again, Scott.
Well, you're always here now. You're the co-host.
I'm excited.
Yes. And by the way, for those that are listening, if you want a topic for us to discuss, feel free to email me at scott@thesimplechurch.tv.
That's right. We'll put that in the show notes so you
Yeah.
can contact us, subscribe,
Yeah,
leave a
subscribe
review.
today. Yeah, watch us on YouTube now. We have new fancy dancy cameras as camera 1,
Jordan.
camera 2,
Uh,
camera 1. He just did.
Oh, he did.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah he
Camera two
presses
went down.
little buttons. Presses little buttons. Camera 1, camera 2, camera 1. That's neat. Yeah.
There
yeah.
you go.
There you go. Thanks so much for listening, all of you out there. And this is why they rarely give me a mic, because I'll just keep talking.
There we go. I'm hungry. Let's go.
All right. Have a good day.